Nigeria is still one of the best places to do business. There's a lot of problems here that you can find a solution to. We get you money. Most problems outside the country, they have solutions to it already. You are only there to follow what is already laid down, and they don't care whether you make profit or not.
This is Mr. Akim, a US-based Nigerian and the founder of AFAB Factory, a company involved in cassava farming, maize farming and processing, as well as garri processing, packaging, and exports.
For every business, you will always have a challenge. So not just only in Nigeria. Outside the country, you barely even be able to do businesses. The challenge is the same, but they just have different color. Keep investing, do not give up, don't wait on the government. You can start with as little as what you have, and you'll be so surprised.
2 years ago, I visited this factory, and today I am back, and a lot has changed. The scale of production has improved significantly since my last visit. And beyond cassava and maize farming operations, the factory has now expanded into livestock.
Don't limit yourself to only one aspect of agribusiness. Agribusiness is very, very huge.
So have you ever regretted going into agro processing?
Never. If one regrets going into it, I'm pretty sure when you visited our place, you will not see any activities, or it will look abandoned.
So today on the Legacy Level series, we are taking a closer look at how this operation has evolved. I am Danica Kosi, and if you are watching this video, you are part of the Mogul tribe. About a year ago, I visited this Garri factory, to document its early stage. And today we are back again. And I must say that I am quite fascinated and amazed at how they have grown. So this is what I call an intentional expansion and growth. So in today's video, we are probably going to, tour the factory, get to speak with founder of AFAB Garri Factory, right? And then he's going to share his story, his expansion journey, what the market looks like, the changes, and every other thing that is there to learn, of course, in this particular video. Of course, you guys know how it is. We bring you guys videos that are valuable, videos that are going to learn how to invest, run a business in Nigeria, and grow your business here in Nigeria. And of course, I'm sure you're going to learn a lot from this video, and you're going to enjoy watching this particular video. So that said, please give it a thumbs up, share this video, leave a nice comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do that, and become a part of this wonderful growing family. And when you do not forget to turn on the notification button so you get notified anytime we upload any video. I remain your baby girl, Danica Kosi, and of course, you can call me Unwa Girl if you like that. The last time we visited the factory, at what stage was the business at then? And then what would you say is the biggest difference right now?
Yes, I would say we've improved significantly compared to the last time that you visited. I would say about 20 to 50% improvement within the last 1 year. And I'm pretty sure you saw that when you came around as well. We have more, we have increased staff capacity. We have increased production capacity and aesthetic look. You see that our washing area, we've added some areas to make sure that we have more division of labor and separation in our production area, whereby this will help to reduce contamination, because we do quality control, and feedback means a lot to us. So it doesn't matter whether it is valid or it's not valid, every feedback is valid. So, and what we produce is what we consume. I'm a Garri lover. I drink Garri. Even sometimes at 2 a.m. I drink Garri. So if we get a feedback, we try to trace it to where the potential contamination might be, even if it is single stone. So that's what we've done. Increase staff capacity to make sure that we get more people involved. Then also to create that division of labor and increase our production capacity area to accommodate for better quality. Also, we've added storage capacity. Before, our storage capacity was lower the last time that you visited. Now we have increased storage area in 2 to 3 different places. Of course, in addition to our diversified business as well. So we are definitely getting there. And that's why we are gradually expanding.
Oh, wow. So I also saw that you now have an animal section.
Yes, livestock.
Yeah, livestock section. So, okay, you want to say something about that? Like why did you decide to go into livestock as well? And add it to the factory that you already have? Like, is there any reason for that?
This is just to for people that have been following us. This is just to reassure them that we are definitely not going anywhere, that we are agric lover.
Okay.
So, and most of the things we do, for those that have been following us, they will realize that we start on a small scale.
Wow.
And we make room for improvement. Hopefully, maybe next time you come, you'll be so surprised with the way we have expanded. So because we believe in research so much, so I personally believe in taking baby steps. So with the animal right now, since we've had them, we've quarantined them, and this species of goats that we have, we brought them from a different state. So we are currently studying them to see their adaptation process to this new environment, and when they will start multiplying. So we have vets coming to check up on them. We are not fully into livestock yet, but right now we are studying it, and we are taking that step right now. That's why you see them so few. But even with that, now you can see how we structure everything, even their feeding area, the Bakura gas, and all of that. You see how we kind of set everything up. Someone recommended those species of goats for us. So for me, I believe in results. So let me see them start multiplying and how well they are doing.
So the Bakura grass, right? Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Do they get it around here? Or?
Yes, the seed, because we planted them.
Okay.
We got the seed and we planted them, and they're doing really, really well.
From here?
All season.
You got the seed around there? Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Manager of AFAB Limited. So can you tell us about yourself?
I'm Agribusiness by name, and I am the manager of AFAB Limited, and we are in AFAB Garri Factory.
So she's probably going to give us a quick tour of the factory so we see what is new and what is not.
So this is the entrance of the factory. We are live in Badi, and then we are going to the process of how Garri is made. So this is the process of peeling. This is where we have...
This is the first process, right?
Yes, this is the first process. We get this cassavas from the farm,
okay,
and then we get our workers to start peeling, start working on. This is where they peel. This is the department for peeling.
Right.
So, and this is where we wash the cassavas once they are done. So the first process is to peel, and the next process is for them to wash it.
What?
Yes, and this is the area, the wash. So after washing, they have to
transfer it, right?
Yes, they transfer it into that place.
The place.
So because they are processing this place, I don't want to step on it, because we actually have a very clean environment for our stuffs here. So I don't know, maybe we can go in there together.
How has the Garri market changed since last year that we're here? Like, the pricing, the demand, and every other thing. How has it changed?
The demand, Garri being a staple food, the demand has always been the same, to be honest. But the price, yes, definitely the price has changed. The price has gone down, has reduced, which puts some farmers out of business, especially the farmers that are not diversified. But for us, we're not so much affected, because one, we produce our own cassava. Then when we need more, we buy from other farmers. So as the price of Garri gone down, we're not using our own cassava. We stopped using our own cassava, because you can have your cassava at the farm for, so in some cases up to 2 years. You don't have to harvest them. And what led to the drop in prices? Few factors. The biggest one that I can say is the government intervention. Some people may call it subsidy, and some people may call it some kind of supply from outside the country, where the government is importing a lot of food, or other form of interventions that the government might have used. But it doesn't matter What we know is that it's a temporary solution that has caused the food prices to crash. Now, is it a good thing or a bad thing? I really cannot say. Depends on which angle you are looking at it from.
Okay.
For an average Nigerian, at least they're not shouting "Ibim power" anymore.
Yeah.
So we are not hungry. This is too much. It's unbearable. Of course, it's a good thing because prices has gone down for foodstuff. Now, the prices of food that you eat from the restaurant, I mean, is that going down? No. The price is either the same or it's going up. Now, for an average farmer, it's not a good thing. It's not. It's not sustainable for farmers that are in the business, for them to plant, to farm with all these expensive inputs, considering labor and all factors of production, the fertilizer and the rest of it. And at the end of the day, you run into a loss. It's not good, and they end up losing their businesses. So, to me, it's not good looking at it from that angle. Generally, for the economy, I don't know if most of those farmers will be able to come back to farm when the government needs them. And that's usually what leads to uncontrollable inflation that we may end up having later on when the prices of food bounces back and it becomes unaffordable for people again.
Oh, wow. So that means the cost of food is coming down, but the cost of production is not coming down.
Correct.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Could that be why you started buying instead of
Exactly.
producing? Okay.
Exactly. Which that's what we are encouraging a lot of people to do. Don't limit yourself to only one aspect of agribusiness. Agribusiness is very, very huge and diverse. You can play around with it. You can always play around. You are into agri-processing, you are into this and you are into that. Like, I have partners. And what I mean by partners is people that we network together. Because the definition of partners to some people, it just means they will give you money. I've had so many people contacted me for that. It's not a pride or anything, but I value the credibility of our company and the integrity of our name so much. People want to give you money and then they say, how many percentage are you going to be giving to me? I tell them, no. That's not the type of partnership that we want. We want a partnership whereby you are doing one thing and we are doing something else. If you are selling fertilizer, then I'm doing something else I can buy from you. We can patronize ourselves, see how we can work together. So that's the type of partnership we're doing. Anyway, this partner of mine, I told them, now that the prices of things has gone down, the foodstuff, but the livestock feeds, it's not coming down. We buy catfish feeds all the time. And some other people too, they will tell you that those things are expensive. So this is the best time to actually process.
Okay.
People that are in processing business, they are making a whole lot of money. And we can testify to that because we are into processing as well. So when the primary production is not doing well, we can pause on that and then go into our secondary production or make sure that we focus more on the processing. So that's when we get our machine working. So we buy at a cheaper price from the farmers and process it. And then you'll be able to make money. Because at that point, things are really cheap. So we don't spend that much time on the farm anymore. But how can you do all of this if you don't have the land? How can you do all of this if you don't have the real estate?
Yeah.
So you still need the land to put your machine or to do whatever you want to do. So that's why we are encouraging it. No matter how small, make sure you acquire your land.
So after washing, the next process is to bring it here, and then this is where we grind it.
Okay.
This is the process of grinding.
All right.
So you can see, as you can see, this place is well tiled because we don't want stones in our garri. We don't want it to not be very, very white or nice or crunchy. So we have a very good area for our cassavas.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So once they are done grinding it, then they start jacking. So let's move to the area where they jack the garri. So for the fermentation process
Okay.
with Garri. This is the fermentation process. They call it jacking. I don't know, maybe you're familiar with.
Yeah, I'm familiar, of course.
Yeah, so this is where they jack. So we have an ongoing production at the moment. So it will give us the ability to see the jacking process. So this is the jacking process. I think this is going to go for like 2 or 3 days before they now start frying the Garri.
All right.
Yeah, so this is the jacking process. So we can move to where they fry.
All right.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for that particular process to complete?
The jacking?
Yes.
It takes 3 days maximum.
Okay.
Maximum of 3-4 days. Because the more fermented it is, the more sour it gets.
All
yes.
right.
The more sour it gets.
So I guess your customers prefer it that way.
They prefer it sour. That's what they call
right.
Garri Jebu.
Okay.
So this is the frying department. This is where they fry. This is where we do the frying of the Garri. So once they are done frying, we also have the packaging area, the storage area, where they store our Garri in a very clean and serene place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
People say that Garri, right, will always sell no matter the season. Is that true? Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And Garri always sell, no matter the season, because it's very affordable for people.
So have you ever regretted going into this line of business, like agro-processing?
No.
Anyway.
No, never. Because we would have, I'm glad that you visited us the last time. So if one regrets going into it, I'm pretty sure when you visited our place, you will not see any activities, or it will look abandoned or closed down like some other local people.
Yeah.
It's because we are operating strategically.
Okay.
And we don't regret any aspect of it. If there's anything, we're looking towards expansion, and you can see how we cleared even our other side. And I have a partner of mine that is even planning on building the same thing. And we've had people that we consulted for, that we helped them to construct their Garri factory, even outside the state, that they've come to use our model. We don't charge them anything. In some cases, we send them the video. So we've never regretted it, because it's not expensive, to be honest. It's not expensive to set up Garri factory.
Okay.
And the labor cost is not that much anyway for you to operate it as well.
Okay.
It's not that expensive.
Oh wow. So since you said it's not expensive, how much do you think it will cost someone to set it up?
Yes. What I mean by not expensive, to be honest with you, is I'm talking about the running cost.
Okay.
The running cost is not expensive.
All right.
But setting up, looking at the numbers to set up, depending on how big you want it.
Okay.
So all your vision or your goal in terms of your skill of operation.
Okay. Or how the kind of automation, how much?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because for us, just 2-3 machines and a jack, we're fine. I think when we did it, I would say maybe roughly 2 million naira.
Okay.
To set up just the machines and the few other stuff. I'm not talking about the land and maybe the running cost. However, when another friend of mine wanted to set up, another partner of someone that consulted us to set up, they ended up acquiring machines that are even in quantity that are way more than ours.
Okay.
So costing more.
Okay. Because
that's the type of land that they have, that the person has, way bigger than what we have. So that's why it depends on the person, individual. So, but for us, roughly the machines, I would say, when we did it years ago, about 2 million naira.
So this is the storage. This is the Garri storage, where we store our Garri.
Okay.
For after the whole process of Garri.
You already processed one.
Your already processed one. This is the place we store them, and then we keep them safe for the people that want to buy. If you want to buy in wholesale, if you want to buy in retail, we are available for you. And also, the last store, this is where we process our maize. Actually, yeah, this is where we process our maize.
So you guys, for those of you who are new to the channel, who might have not watched our previous videos, AFAB is also into maize, right?
Yeah, we're into maize farming.
Yeah, maize farming,
crop
right?
farming.
Crop farming.
Yeah.
No, basically maize, I think.
Yeah, maize,
basically
cassava.
maize. But cassava is for your Garri factory. I don't think you sell that.
Yeah.
So yeah, for they process maize and all they sell. Wow. So what is one thing you think people romanticize about agro processing that is not true?
They think that the market is automatic.
Okay.
Marketing. Like once I use machine to produce this, then automatically I'm just gonna start buying it. Just gonna start selling it.
Selling it. Okay.
Yes. In everything you produce in Nigeria, it doesn't matter how pressured it is. You have competitors. So anything you can think of in Nigeria, trust me, you have hundreds of other people that have thought of it and they are doing it. So you can be selling the best thing ever in Nigeria and you will still not be able to sell it, or you'll be selling it at a loss. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you have to work on your marketing and work with the social media people and especially the influencers for them to help you push your product. You cannot, just sit back and think everything is just because you're producing it and you're the only one, producing it, and it's just gonna go that way.
So if someone has, let's say someone watching this video right now have a small capital, right? What would you advise the person to start with? Is it like processing or trading, like agro processing or trading?
I would suggest splitting it between storage and processing. You can achieve both.
Okay.
And that's what we did. What I mean by storage is if you have one or two machines and you acquire a plot of land, let me say 1 or 2 plots of land, it can still satisfy the same purpose. That way you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So while you are using your storage for your own production or whatever you are producing to sell, you can also be buying from others and using the same storage as a storage business, whereby you buy during season harvest period and you sell during off season when the price goes up. But even with that, you have to still monitor the market, meaning that you can't just buy and store and forget about it. You have to keep checking the market and know when to sell, so that you don't become too greedy, and then also you have to know what to store. You don't become too greedy and keep waiting for 20, 30, 40%. Immediately the market becomes unsustainable, or the inflation becomes something that is not favorable to you. I think it's better you just get rid of it.
We are moving right into the section where we have the goats, and this is their own arena. This is where they are, and it is well slated because the kind of breeds that we have right here, they're not the normal local breeds that we have. Okay, so this is where they feed them. This is their feeding point. As you can see, this is their water. That's their quarantine area. So we don't mix our goats with those ones that are sick. So once they are sick, we bring them here. The vets will look at them so they don't join.
Building?
Yeah, this
particular.
Yeah. So this is their quarantine area. So it is well furnished. So if we have sick or pregnant goats, we have to put them aside from those ones. So we put them here. They have their home feed here. They have their own water here. So this is where we quarantine the animals.
All right.
Yeah, same here. Feed them here.
So what about that?
So this is where we put some special breeds of goats.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some special breeds. So I don't know. I think they are busy feeding over there. All so right. I don't know. Maybe you can probably see them from here.
I'm kind of in love with this particular structure.
Yeah.
It is not so rampant around here, most especially here in Nigeria.
Yes.
So this is actually one of the few farms I have, seen it.
Yeah, because the kind of concept they have towards building the structure is the idea they have outside the country. The diaspora's knowledge about animals like this, the way they feed them. As you can see, they have tags on their hair, so you differentiate the kind of breed that that are there. It's not like the normal goats that you see there outside that are roaming about. As you can see, there's one particular one that is my favorite. It's so hairy, so fine. So you know that it's not your regular goats. They are really nice. Their breeds are different, and then we have to give them that special treat. It's just like you buying a dog. Yeah.
So I can also see that that's where they feed, right?
Yeah.
Did you plant this because it looks like something that is well planted or something?
Yes, they planted them. They planted it for them. As you can see, this place, it does not look like somewhere where eggplants will grow. So they actually made provisions for that.
Okay.
Just for them. So I told you.
We just walk
we can walk towards it.
Okay.
So you can see the place is gated. Okay. So there will not be external forces coming. That's the gate over there.
All right.
Yeah. So this is actually for them.
Did I hear Mr. AFAB say it is a foreign grass or something?
Yes, it is a foreign grass.
Oh, really?
Planted for them. So you can see that this is so specifically for them. So aside this, they also have their own feeds they feed on normally that we give to them.
Wow. Okay, they have feed?
Yeah, they have feeds apart from the grass.
Okay.
So, as you can see, the way they are shining.
So you water the grass something?
Yes.
You guys, this is so nice.
Yeah, so these are the breeds that we have. These are the goats. As you can see, their skin is glowing because they are feeding. They're feeding very well. They feed very well. They feed very, very well. So you can see the tags on their ears just to differentiate the breeds and the...
Is there anything like a feeding method for them?
Not really. It's just
time and all of that.
I think they feed on this in the evening, just like this. But in the morning, they have their normal feeds they give to them. The shaft and all the stuff that they give to them, I think well processed in the bags. So they give it to them in the morning. So in the afternoon, they drink water. In the evening, they come and graze it.
Wow.
Throughout. So they repeat the same process.
So what would you say is the hardest part of increasing your production? Like when you wanted to scale, what was the hardest part?
The hardest part, the marketing.
Okay.
The marketing, like we previously discussed. We were not doing well with our outreach, with our marketing, with creating awareness when we first started. I underrated it. Okay. And I didn't want the stress, and I felt like I'm not good at selling anything because I can be really shy going to people and start saying, okay, buy this, buy that. So I just felt it's the business, what will get you the money, and just the production. Let's just put resources into it. So I think it was difficult at the beginning trying to get into the marketing stage or to be successful at that. But after a while, I think we overcame the challenge, and then we're doing well with that now.
What do you think separates people who succeed in business from those who fail, or those who quit? Let me not use fail. Yeah, those who quit.
Determination, the perseverance, because for every business you always have a challenge, and it's not just limited to Nigeria. So not just only in Nigeria. If anyone thinks it's only in Nigeria that you have all these challenges about business, no.
Yeah.
It's not true. The challenges are just different everywhere you go. Outside the country, you barely even be able to do businesses. You barely be able to, because the challenges are just completely different. The rules and the regulations, the mental stress and everything. So you have a lot of things, challenges to battle with. And at the end of the day, you still have to still go through the same process of marketing and everything. It's not as if it's automatic. So the fundamentals were still the same. The challenge is the same, but they just have different color. However, I would still say Nigeria is still one of the best, places when I compare the two to do business, because a lot of problems here that you can find a solution to will get you money. Most problems outside the country, they have solutions to it already. So you are only there to follow what is already laid down.
Yeah.
And they don't care whether you make profit or not. You can even at the end of the day be in debt, and the debt may just be end up being what might cause health problems that's not warranted in the first place. And that is why most of all these leaky houses or expensive things that the diaspora and some diasporas will go into, trust me, they are paying dearly for it every month. A lot of debt, sleepless nights and sweat for something that they could not afford in the first place. But then when the true challenge comes, or there's disappointment in that business because all eggs have been put into one basket. So when something happens, which is probably beyond the control, in some cases it's beyond the control of the so-called real estate agent, or whoever that they're doing business with. In some cases, it's an act of greediness. But whatever the case may be, I don't think you should put all your eggs in one basket, especially for something that you cannot afford.
So you think when it comes to business, you should probably
diversify?
Identify a problem, like your business. Like if your business should be, revolving around solving a problem or something. Do you think it will make it faster that way?
Yes, it will make it faster, but not at the expense of your livelihood.
Okay.
Or take a risk, too much risk that you can't handle. Okay, for instance, during the last rise in the cost of feed, of fish, people end up, in the hospital, and some people end up in serious debt because why they stock too much fish that they cannot feed. And when the inflation happened, now they end up in serious trouble.
Okay.
They can't pay back the banks, so many challenges that they could not handle.
All right, so this is the goats.
This is their house.
Their house.
See how fine it is.
So beautiful.
Yeah, so we have two for the males, 2 sections for the males. We have 2 sections for the females. So this is where they sleep at night.
Okay.
So this is the entrance to the house, and that's the exit.
Oh, wow.
To the house. So we separate them because we don't want meeting for now. Yeah. So that is it about our goat house.
Okay.
So,
what advice do you have for people out there watching this video, the youths, or anybody that would like to go into agro-processing or whatever it is that you're doing? Just advice generally.
I would say keep investing.
Okay.
Do not give up. Do not be discouraged. Don't wait on the government before doing anything. You are the one in charge of your own life and your own resources. And you should take charge of it and don't take too much risk. If you start looking at things being too high, you just want to know how much everything will cost before you get into it, you may end up not do anything because it may be overwhelming. You can start with as little as what you have, and you'll be so surprised. People will notice you out there, and then they will give you the opportunity if you are doing it correctly and people see how determined that you are. Like I have a young man that is working with us now. I didn't know him from anywhere. He reached out to us, and I saw how determined he was and how much he's willing to do and willing to learn. And we gave him the opportunity. Now he's reaping the reward for it. In the last video that we had through Danika's channel, I had a young graduate. Actually, it's been more than one, but we screened people out. So I've had few people reach out to us. A couple of people that stood out. Actually, it's one person right now that is working with us. When he reached out through Danika's channel, we gave him the opportunity, and now he's doing wonderfully well. So we're impacting lives. Danika is impacting lives, and we're making a big difference. So please, let's keep it up.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for having us. What stands out perfectly for me in this particular video is not just the expansion, but how intentional and how strategic it is. And of course, as always, this video is for educational purposes. It is not intended to pressure anyone in any way. It is purely meant to motivate and educate you. And of course, let you know what it means to be an intentional entrepreneur here in Africa and of course here in Nigeria. So that said, I do hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. That brings us to the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share, and leave a nice comment. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.